Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mendel the Lead Hound back with another episode of Sly Cooper and the Thevius Racoonus. Today, we are about to face Clockwork, the final big boss. We're going to be strapping on that jetpack in just a moment after we go in there, because apparently this death laser is now touching the bottom of the volcano and no longer sinks, so that's pretty neat. But what I did want to say is once we defeat Clockwork, it will roll right into the closing cutscene, which I will be doing in a second video, so there won't actually necessarily be a specific outro for this video. However, there will be another sort of bonus episode of me finishing things up, so I'll be doing my wrapping up in that episode and not in this one. So there's this one, then I'm going to do the closing cutscene in its own separate video, and then I will wrap up the rest later. So let's get right to A Strange Reunion. Here we go.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly! Behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thevius Racoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
Yes, indeed. So now we're fighting the crazy mechanical owl himself, who has stayed immortal using hatred, apparently, as his secret ingredient. And it's actually interesting, because you'll notice, so Carmelita shoots at Clockwork at specific parts of him, so like his face, and his talons, and his wings, and his tail feathers. And it's just very interesting for later down the line. Oh yeah, also I got some lucky charms, just in case something like that happened. Just so that I can avoid some hits. Oh yeah, tail feathers. Just so I can avoid it. Clockwork has a few phases. This first one is just him shooting purple things at it. This is the easiest phase. I shouldn't have even gotten hit. That was my own mistake. But we'll just shoot him down, and he'll come back in a minute, of course, just like all bosses always do.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thevius Racoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thevius Racoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thevius Racoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwork.
Wow, he's really weird. This giant metal bird really likes being a thief. You wouldn't expect that. Dang it! Okay, so I already got hit. This part is actually fairly difficult just because the jetpack isn't the easiest thing in the world to control. But you actually have to fly through the center of the electrical rings. And if you're outside, even if you're not touching the ring, as long as you're on the outside, you basically take the hit, just like that. Yeah, you take that electric shock. Even if you're on the outside, because it sort of pulses outward. So we're just going to quickly go through these phases again. And of course the dialogue will not play once we get to the proper points. Just avoid the purple stuff, get out of the fire, and things will be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I didn't actually shoot him that much. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So we're just about done the actual game. But I don't know. I've talked about this a few times, but the bosses in this game are some of my favorite aspects, and Clockwork is also, he's a really good end boss in my opinion. I mean, all bosses tend to have sort of phases, but his are just very interesting. Also, we're completely missing our charms, so let's try and not mess this up, shall we? Let's just get through this center stuff easily. Oh, I never even noticed he has like weird hover jets. That's kind of funny. Look at his feet. You are a goofy owl, Clockwork. There we go. Alright. So you just need to take that nice and easy. It does actually take them a while to reach you. So you can just sort of position yourself just so to make it through there. Dang it. Oh man, I didn't shoot nearly enough. Okay. Once you get through these, you've really got to shoot as much as you can, otherwise you'll just be doing this forever. Okay. I actually did shoot enough, because we're on to the next swing. Alright. We are more than halfway there. Making fine progress. Just focus on the rings. Oh, come on! I didn't even hit the side of that. Well, this is legitimately the hardest part, though. Just properly flying through the rings and making sure you don't get hit by the outside, because once you're past that, it is fairly straightforward of actually beating him. Come on, come on. Did I miss again? I did miss again. So we will make it through the rings this time. I don't want to have to... I wish I hadn't wasted... If I hadn't... Oh, what the heck? But if I hadn't wasted that charm... If I hadn't wasted that charm right at the beginning, then we probably wouldn't be going through this. I'm sure I would have been able to make it if I just used it properly. Okay, clockwork. Come on. Don't make this difficult. Yes. That was cutting it kind of close. I wasn't sure. I was like, I might be going back a bit early, but luckily it worked out. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, wow, that is unfortunate. As I said before, though, I don't exactly have the best video set up for this thing, so hopefully going forward I will, but right now I just have to do it off my computer screen. It's fairly imprecise. It's not the most frame-perfect movements and such, which isn't the best when you need precision, which is exactly what you need for this boss fight. I'm just going to do my best, avoid what I can. I think you can sort of lead his shot, so like they sort of come towards where you are, so you should move after he fires. And that should have been fairly obvious. Oh, come on, none of those hit! Come on. Yeah, the camera angle was awful there. Alright. Oh, but it did give me a charm. Okay, I can do this. Okay, let's just... Yeah, I know, Bentley. I know what I need to do. I just failed to do it. Okay. Just take it nice and easy. Alright, there we go. Take out the wing.
You cannot escape me.
Yeah, I know. You say that, but I mean, I don't really know why a giant owl wants to be a master thief. It doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, criminal, yes, I can see, but like thief specifically, you're not exactly the stealthy type, Clockwork. I don't really understand that. Shoot his face! I don't know why specifically he wants to be a thief, is all I'm saying. I mean, you seem to be doing just fine with your Russian death laser, so maybe you should focus in that area, man. And down he goes.
Now's your only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto reconstructs something!
I am.
Okay. Well, Bentley failed to... Oh, dang, I got hit by that. Luckily, I still have my charm. Okay, good. I do... Bentley got cut off there, but basically he has an auto-reconstruction sequence, which... Wait! Why didn't I... Oh, I tried to stealth on the corner. How did that not work? Oh, I'm all the way back here. Okay, you know what? I'm skipping ahead to the other part. We've done this enough. Okay, this is ridiculous. Alright, you stupid Nazi owl. Let's try this again. We do still have our charm, too. I was able to make it through once again without being forced to use the charm. So let's take this a little bit easier. So we can run along the sides here. Wait until that next one comes. Alright. Alright, we're not speed running, so let's try and take this somewhat easier. Alright. Alright, slip around here. Make it past the security system. Use all the skills that I've learned from my ancestors. Actually, wait. Where am I going? Which way? Wait. Where am I going? I don't even know. Oh, over here. Whoops. Whoops. Took that a little bit wrong. Okay, sneak around here. Got a little bit lost there, honestly. And apparently... Oh, come on! You have to be kidding me! My phone distracted me. Oh, man. Who is even calling me? Ah, wow. And his message was just like, okay. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe this. Alright, let's try this again. Well, third time's a charm. So let's get it done this time, shall we? I know exactly what I need to do, so... We'll just simply perform it once again. No big deal, no big deal. I mean, hey, I've messed up all the other boss fights this playthrough, so why should this one be any different, right? Alright, let's just go. I know the direction I need to go this time, so let's just take it nice and easy. Alright, across. Alright, now we're not lost. Down we go. It's also kind of hard to judge just because the lights don't really... They're pretty much like 2D objects, so it's hard to judge where they are in three-dimensional space. And we've made it! Okay, so now the last thing we need to do is just smash his face up good. Is immortal.